So CEO of Twitch, Dan Clancy, announced that Twitch is taking aggressive anti-viewbotting measures and capping concurrent viewer counts on channels that have been persistently botting. FaZe Banks, all of a sudden, he ran into this problem. FaZe Banks came out of the woodwork recently, and now he has this new podcast he's hosting. I think he's got a co-host on there. It's called Market Bubble, and they're talking, social media. They're talking crypto, whatever. FaZe Banks, we know he's in crypto, things like that. I mean, this was crazy. So he went from getting 30,000 concurrent viewers on Twitch to, with this new measure that was put in place, he was dropped to 2,000 viewers. And you may be saying, why is Twitch implementing this now? And that's a great question, because they're not really in the business of stopping people from viewbotting, because they take these inflated analytics. They go, look, these analytics are legit. We have a third party that checks them. And then they go to the advertisers and go, look at how much Twitch is growing. Twitch is the biggest thing since sliced bread. And then advertisers go, shut up and take more of my money. Here you go. Shut up and take my money. Like from Futurama, shut up and take my money. Twitch is not in the business of stopping people from viewbotting, because they take these inflated fake analytics and they're able to command more advertising revenue. So they don't care. They don't care if people bot. And the problem is that people will use bots and they'll inflate their numbers to the top. And they'll inflate their numbers to the point where they collaborate with real people, and then a portion of the people's real audience that they built will go over to the guy with inflated fake ass analytics. The guy who totally faked, that faked it until he made it, he'll end up getting real viewers and building a real audience from collaborating with someone who actually built the audience, when he built his whole thing on these fucking bot farms, pretty much. Like, let's just call it what it is. If you think that FaZe Banks, who hasn't been online and hasn't really had much of a presence after all the FaZe guys ended up leaving and after falling out with Aiden Ross, he's going to go live for the first time in 9 months or 8 months and pull 30K viewers, I have a bridge to sell you. There's no fucking chance. Dude would be lucky if he pulls like 5K. Like, it's not going to happen.
Appreciate you. I mainly just wanted to go live to just hold myself accountable and live up to what I promised you guys, which is I'm going to be live every Thursday at 1 p.m. Didn't have to go live. We don't have a show planned. They all told me we're good. Don't worry about it. We'll go live next Thursday. And I said, no, you know what? I want to show up to the set. I want to go live. So for anybody who's been tuning in or supporting the show, supporting me, supporting the stream, I appreciate you. Just know how much I appreciate you. Follow the Twitter and let me know. Yeah. Sorry for the short stream. I just really wanted to spark up just to show you guys that I'm here and showing up. So yeah, with that being said, we'll be live for probably 4 or 5 hours next. And
he's got headphones on, someone's in his ear, maybe the show producer, and he's like, hey, we were botting and, oh, they capped our viewership, blah, blah, the bots aren't working anymore. I think that's probably what happened. They're getting pressure from advertisers, if I had to guess, and that's why they're capping people who are consistent view botters. It totally makes sense, but they're really sort of playing both sides here, because they don't care that people bot, because now they have these inflated metrics. And I've said this like 3 times at this point, but now they can take these inflated metrics presented to advertisers and command more advertising revenue. So in one sense, they don't want to stop people from view botting. And then on the other hand, they know that advertisers are coming to them and going, hey, we're seeing that the numbers you're presenting to us show that more people are active on Twitch, but we're not seeing more conversion. So what do I mean by that? In statistics and analytics, you have this concept. It's called law of large numbers. And the idea is that if I contact 1 million people, right, I'm going to get like a 1% response rate. So whatever 1% of 1 million is, that's what I'm going to get as a response. I think it's 10,000. So that means I get 10,000 replies, right? So if I reach 2 million people, I'll get 20,000 replies. So in Twitch's case, they went from, let's say, I'm going to pull another number out of my ass. Let's say Twitch at any given point in time on their site, prior to this giant wave of view bots coming in, had, I don't know, 1 million people on there. And all of a sudden, they spike in viewership because of people using viewbots to 2 million. Well, now advertisers that are paying streamers for these ad spots, or paying Twitch for these ad spots, they're like, well, now you have twice as many people, but we're still seeing the same conversion. The math ain't mathing, because the idea is that if we have more people on a site, we're going to see more conversion. right? We're going to see higher click-through rates. We're going to see, more conversions on people fucking buying shit. But guess what? It's not happening because the people aren't fucking real. So if the people aren't real, they're not going to click the link and they're not going to buy anything because they're not a real account. It's a fake account. It's a stream farm. So that's what's going on with Twitch. And Kick faces the same fucking problem. All these live streaming platforms face the same problem, and they will continue to face the same problem until they want to confront the fact that people are inflating their fucking numbers. And it is kind of fucked up because you're stealing the opportunity away from people who are doing it legit and trying to grind it out. You're basically faking your success. That's what you're doing. You're pretending to be successful. You're pretending to be something you're not, and you're stealing the opportunity away from someone that's doing it legit and grinding it out. It's like competing in the Olympics where you've been training your whole fucking life for the Olympics, and someone just sticks a needle in their arm and juices the fuck up for the Olympics and then just smokes you in the race or smokes you in powerlifting or whatever you're competing in. It is not even remotely level. I'm not going to get into that, but if you go on Botted, BOTTED.WTF, you could put in anyone's name, Twitch, Kick, YouTube, fucking whatever, punch their name, Rumble, punch their name in. You could pull up their channel and you could see the likelihood that they're botting, and it's like all the top 50.